السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. My name is Neo Montoya. You kill my father, prepare to die. How are you all doing? Alhamdulillah. I'm doing well. I was bald at one point, that is true. On purpose. The grays are kicking in because I'm getting old. Can't beat time. Time is constantly against us. I'm always tired. Or this is just my face, maybe, I don't know. But everything's fine. I am working on something right now while my little one is sleeping. So yep. Yes. So yeah, that's my Isabel's doing well. She's growing, obviously. I am working a lot. I may be moving next year back to Chicago. Let's see. And I am currently working on video game development, which is what I'm working on right now, actually. So that has been my life. Yeah. Oh, trust me, Chicago is better than Atlanta. So, yeah, that's going well. I don't right now. I'm still in the preliminary stages of learning how to do development, so I probably won't need anything until like a year or two, even if I do well enough in this program that I'm taking right now. But I'm using Godot right now. Um, I never wanted to use Unity anyway. I'm sure you've already heard the drama about Unity, but yeah, so I'm using Godot engine, so learning about that. Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, beautiful brothers. But inshallah, if Hiram, if you are interested, we could talk later. Just message me or something. Inshallah. Feel free to reach out as well. I still don't even know where I want to put myself in video game development, but it's something that I've always wanted to do since I was young. And I always put it off because it was like impractical. My parents used to tell me that all the time. But then like now it's like they're making like 75,000. I'm not doing it for the money. I'm just saying that, you know what I mean? Like I'm just doing it now because I really want to do it. So I'm doing it. There you go. I have gotten to a point in like my mindset has changed a lot over the last couple months. And it's like now I'm not suppressing things. Like I want to do things and I'm just doing them because I want to. So it's like kind of a selfish mindset, but at the same time, it's been very beneficial for me because like now I'm able to be myself. Books? No, they're not red books. They are all Switch games. Those are all Nintendo Switch games. And that's only part of my collection. There's a bunch more over there. So, yeah. You can reach me on Facebook. I am not changing career paths. I'm still a librarian. That's just something I've always wanted to do. Video game development because I love it. It was interesting because I was in Chicago a couple months ago because I had to go to the ALA, the American Library Association conference. And when I was there was a publisher. And what's great about ALA is you get a lot of free stuff, especially like books. And there was a publisher there who published the actual developer notes for a very old game, the first Prince of Persia. I don't know if you're familiar with it, but and I was like, I want it. And it was like $120. And I was like, I can't afford this, obviously, because I'm not rich. And they're just like, yeah, just take it. You're a librarian, right? I'm like, Okay, thank you. And so I got the book for free. Let me see. It's right here. The Making of Prince of Persia. So the very first one. It's got like programmer notes and everything in it. It's crazy. Right. Isn't that cool? So um anyways. So yeah, I do have a lot of time to read now, more than usual. So that's good. No, I don't. I'm because I'm a librarian. I don't accrue late fees. I literally, if I rent out a book, it's like for a year, like by default. So, well, then get this book. It's called The Making of Prince of Persia. I don't know if it's on sale now, but at the time it was like really expensive, and I'm guessing maybe the retail version is probably cheaper, hopefully. But yeah, but this was like literally the only copy they had, and they're just like, yeah, just take it. I'm like, okay, sure, thanks. It looks like they're going back to the Assassin's Creed is going back to their roots, which is good. Hopefully, they'll get rid of the icon system though, because that's really annoying, especially after Breath of the Wild and stuff kind of changed the whole open world scene. There's no need to have that many icons in a map. It's annoying. Um, but yeah, Mirage looks really good. More content. Uh, what content? So yeah, this is not me returning. I just occasionally come by every now and then just to see how everyone's doing. Um, I'm not really interested in getting into anything anymore. Sorry, I'm still pretty adamant about that because it just keeps getting worse, as far as I can tell. Like I see things here and there from time to time, and I'm just like, yeah, I'm happy I'm not involved in that. Like recently, yeah, I haven't been following the Dallas scene, but I get told things. And recently, because I still do things for like Al Balagh Academy and stuff, so I'm doing lectures for them. But recently, something happened in one of our chats that was brought to my attention, and it annoyed me a little bit. I commented about it, but that was about it. I mean, like stuff gets told to me, and then I respond, and that's it. But there are a lot of people with like brothers who don't even bring it up to me anymore because like the way I respond is like I'm kind of blunt, obviously. So I'm just like, yeah, I don't care, or I'm just like that's stupid or something. So they just kind of stop doing it. Um, but yeah, but recently there was some stuff that was shared with me that I just kind of like I wanted to vomit in my mouth. So I was like, yeah, you know what? Have fun with that. Um, like one of the recent comments that I saw was being made by somebody. I actually posted it when I on my Facebook, my private Facebook account. Assalamu alaikum. I'm just going to post it here, and you guys can read it and let me know what you think. Okay. No, actually, no, it's too long, so I can't post it. So I'll just read it to you. Okay. What I just said recently. I recently heard someone claim a Christian theocracy would be preferred in the United States over the current secular humanist regime. My jaw literally dropped when I heard this. The Christian theocrats in the United States literally want to slaughter, exile, or forcibly convert Muslims to Christianity. Many of them were the ones who pushed for anti Muslim legislation during the Bush Jr. era and also fully embraced the war on terror. Someone who prefers this is either massively ignorant or grifting for views. The last time a Christian theocracy controlled Muslims, my people had genocide committed against them in Al Andalus. If anyone takes this preference seriously, they're either a moron or their Islam needs to be called into question. That was my statement. And that's exactly what I said to my friends in the chat as well. Okay, so there you go. I am working on my book, but it's going to take a time. Yeah. So yeah, somebody shared something with me, and that's what I said. I know that seems harsh, but I'm very harsh these days because I'm not so much harsh these. I am harsh, but it's like I've lost patience with a lot of stuff. So it's like when things are brought to my attention, I'm just like, this is my comment. Yes, outside of the US, not inside. That's the point. And if anyone thinks Christian theocrats would somehow be better, um, history says otherwise. The Crusades say otherwise too. Okay. Any book recommendations for getting into philosophy? Sure. Wait, is it Irrational Man? Irrational Man by Barrett is really good. I have okay. You know what's really funny? I haven't played Tears of the Kingdom yet. I have the special edition right over here where my finger is. You can see it in the background there, even all of the amiibos. But I have not played it yet because, and I'll tell you the problem. Why? You see all these over here? I haven't beat them all yet, so I can't get to that one yet. That's the problem. I beat Breath of the Wild like before Tears of the Kingdom came out, but I was like, I've been putting it off because I know that if I start playing, no, that's true. I am busy playing Splatoon. That's another problem too, is that I play too much Splatoon. I've got like 500 hours in Splatoon right now, and I'm at like S plus rank, so I'm competing all the time, and I'm obsessed with that game. Anyway, but besides the point. But I know that if I start Tears of the Kingdom, I will not play anything else for the whole year, and that is a problem because I'm not one of those people who can play like different games at the same time. I just can't because I got to focus. So like I'll play one at a time. So yeah, and it's a problem. So yes, Irrational Man by William Barrett is an amazing book. Good introduction to existentialism, by the way. Pokemon Gold or Red? Pokemon Gold. But I started off with Pokemon Blue. I remember when Pokemon Blue actually came out. I had it on my Game Boy. Yep. MK1 looks really good, but it looks terrible on the Switch. Yeah, my first Pokemon was Blastoise, or should I say Squirtle, who evolved into Blastoise eventually. Charmander, Squirtle game. Heart Gold is an amazing game. It's also hard to come by now. Retro sales are so, I mean, it's like $150 just to get one, like a used copy. It's terrible. I hope they re-release it on NSO, but can I speak any Bengali? Not very well. When I'm private, my videos are like everywhere. Somebody like archived them or something. So whatever. Any topic? No, this is just a random chat. I'm just opened up and I was like, hey, you know what? I feel like talking to people because I want to talk to people. So I was like, let's do this. And there you go. That's my life. Likewise, I've missed all of you. But I'm sorry, I'm not like interested in returning because I know what's going to happen if I return anyway. Even if I had any sort of interest in returning, I know what's going to happen. All of the people, most everyone in the Dallas scene would come after me because they're like, no, he'll hold us responsible for things. No. So that's not going to happen. No, not recently. I've been training still, but actually I tore my rotator cuff and I probably have to get surgery. But so that's kind of been put on hold for a while. The elephant in the room. No elephant can fit in this room. I'll tell you that much. Actually, I was. It wasn't workout related. I was. So I have like this. So I have a yard, obviously. So I have about an acre of land behind my house, and so occasionally I do garden work because I have a garden, and I also like just have to like make sure it's clean because I have a forest in my back. So I have a backyard and there's a forest behind it. Okay. So essentially, like um, sometimes the trees obviously get overgrown, so I have to get a machete out and cut some things. So forgetting how old that I'm getting, I decided I was chopping away and I just kind of like I was going after this one branch and suddenly like I don't know. I extended too much or something, and I was just used too much force at one point, and suddenly I just felt it. Like it felt like something tore, and that's exactly what happened. So that was it. That's that's just it. There you go. Um, and so that now I'm old. Just okay. وعليكم السلام ورحمة الله وبركاته. I do believe the Switch 2 will use DLSS. It won't be 4K allegedly, but it'll be able to go to like similar comparable. And I think they're probably going to do it in dock mode. I'm sure they're going to just do 1080p for handheld, and I'm pretty sure it's probably only going to be about PS4, like standard PS4 level, which is fine for a handheld. I think that's amazing. So it's Danny Trejo. No, I don't think the new Switch will be an OLED. I think it'll be an LCD, and I think they'll probably release an OLED model later because an OLED on that particular power system, like that power gradients, I think would consume too much energy at this point. And they're probably just want to roll. And the LCDs now are actually really nice. They're not comparable to the OLEDs, but they're much nicer than the initial Switch's LCD. So I think it's okay. And I think it's going to be about. I think it's probably going to be $399. I'm guessing it's going to be $399. It's probably going to be $400. So based on all the stuff I've been researching, so I would not get the ROG Ally even though it's decent because I'm pretty sure that in the next 6 months they're going to release an upgraded model. Do I watch MMA? Not recently, no. They might do an external GPU for the dock, but then they have to charge a lot more for the dock, which might be problematic, especially when you're trying to replace it. So they might consider that to be impractical. No, I did not get the iPhone. I'm not into phones, so like I have an iPhone 11. Like I don't care. Like, I think the debate, if we're talking about the same debate, based on the clips that I saw, obviously I think Robert Spencer and that other person are idiots, and they failed. Um, I I think the other side did better. Obviously, I think some of the claims made by the other side were ridiculously stupid, like the whole Christian theocracy is preferred in the United States because that just means we'll all be executed. But my issue with that was not so much that part of it. My issue with the debate was just advancing individuals who violate Islamic law and in general when it comes to other Muslims and lying and stuff like that. I don't know if that's something we should normalize, but I guess, being liberal is okay as long as it's for your side. Anyways, but that's all I'm going to say about that. So I'm done with that. My room does look very different. It's amazing. PlayStation? No, I'm not actually into PlayStation anymore. I used to like Sony a lot, and I think their practices recently, especially even in their output, has been really bad. I just do not like a lot of their content anymore. Personally speaking, this is my own personal preference. I don't like their policies. and I think that they are much more money hungry than the other companies. I actually am more interested in what Xbox has to offer, especially with Bethesda. Starfield looks okay. It's not like the most groundbreaking thing, but I would prefer to get an Xbox over a PlayStation at this point. But right now, Nintendo is killing it. They're doing the best they have ever done since the Super Nintendo days. So I am a diehard Nintendo fan, and I think they're going to kill it again next generation. So that's me. I'm still learning Python SQL, and right now I'm learning C Sharp. Baldur's Gate 3 looks amazing. I have Skyrim on my Switch. If I decide if to make video game stuff, it's not going to be under any sort of Islamic guise. I'm just going to be a video game content creator. Probably like a librarian focused one. So don't expect anything like Islamic explicitly on that channel if that even ever happens. I still think about it from time to time, but it probably won't. I mean, it's just going to be like, oh, I'm doing this video because I like video games. That's, you know, that's basically what it's going to be like. I do have a separate gaming channel already. I just never did anything with it yet. I mean, it's still there. I still have like ideas about it, but I just don't. I just don't. I haven't had time. So it's, or at least the motivation to create some time for that. Yeah. That's a lot of languages to be learning at once. So I would say Code Academy or Udemy would be helpful. Do lectures? I mean, I still do lectures. I just don't record them. Like I said, I'll blog stuff. Some people ask me to go to the mosque and I'll give a talk or something. Or I'll counsel some kids. You know, I'm not advertising this stuff. I'm only telling you because you asked. But I'm not like going around going, "Hey, I'm going to be over here and at this time," blah 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 blah. You know, I'm just I have this mentality now where I just want people to leave me alone. No offense intended. I like being in the background. It's so funny because like recently Albalog was like, yeah, we need you to send us a picture and give us your bio and all this stuff. And I'm just like, I don't care. I literally, that's how I respond. It's like, I don't care. Just do what you want. And they're like, why? And I'm like, because I don't want people to know me. I just you know, they can come into the talk and learn something if they want, and then I just want to be left alone. Go away. No offense. Cybersecurity, I've thought about it. It doesn't seem like something I would be interested in, but yeah. No, but honestly, I'm in that mood now where it's like I just want to be left alone. Please don't bother me. Like if you want to talk to me, that's fine, but don't. I'm just not in the mood to hang out or, you know, I don't want to debate people. I don't want to do it. I just want to go home after work and I want to pick up my Switch and I want to play games and I want to hang out with my daughter. That's all I want to do. Please just don't bother me. I don't want drama. So I don't know if you guys feel the same way, but it's like, no, you can invite me out to coffee. That's cool. That's fine. That's a chill activity. You know what I mean? I don't, um, you know, I don't like the whole public figure thing. That it's too much stress. It's too draining. It doesn't really do anything. I don't see any benefit in it. I like being nobody. I think that's cool. I prefer being nobody. I think that's a really cool thing, because it's like there's a lot more freedom and a lot more authenticity in your life. It is a flex, I think, to be honest. Yeah. Like at first I was like, this sucks, you know. But then that was really just ego talking. And then when I realized it was just ego and it was just like there was no reason for it, and then I started realizing that yeah, this doesn't matter. None of this matters. So it's like then I actually started finding peace in my life. And so it's like, okay, great. Nobody bothers me. So no, privacy is a priceless gem. I feel bad for a lot of these public figure type people, or people who are like obsessed with like getting out there. I'm just like, I admire your intention in certain respects, but at the same time, it's like you are literally screwing your life. Like in terms of like everything you think is going to happen is not going to happen, and you're not going to have any privacy. You're not going to be able to be yourself in many respects. You have to actually play a character, and not like in a fake sense, even though some of them do, but in like more like you have to keep things back. You know what I mean? It's just it's terrible. It's a terrible existence, and I'm not the type of person who can live that way for a very long time. I have to be like, no, this is who I am. If you don't like it, go away. You know, like, and you can't do that as a public figure because you have to appeal to an audience, right? You have to appeal to people to keep yourself being a public figure. And it's like, I don't want to do that anymore. I hate that. I hate having people control who I am. Does that make sense? Um, no, believe me, I'm the same person on camera, which is why I am not doing the things that I'm supposed to be doing, that people think I should be doing. Um, this is exactly who I am. I get rejected by a lot of things. Like also people always have to make excuses for me, or like they have to make disclaimers when I teach. They're like, yeah, he's not like the typical Milana or the student of knowledge. He's not going to say all these words or give you like formal. He's just going to talk like a normal person. You're so don't take it like the people have to don't take offense and stuff. It's like because I literally talk like this when I'm talking to the kids or I'm giving a lecture like at a school or something. This is exactly how I'm talking to you right now is how I talk. And people are kind of like put off by it. Sometimes they're like, why is he talking like that? It's like, this is who I am. Leave me alone. Like, I if you don't like it, don't call me. You know what I mean? It's like, does that look at hers? Thank you. Yeah, it's like, yeah, why put all that energy into acting into like cosplaying? I used to do that actually when I started the whole Dawa scene and everything. I started to cosplay. I used to dress a certain way and have to like talk a certain way and all this other stuff. And then after a while, I just got sick of it. And you still see it like in the Dawa scene. You see a bunch of these guys that's acting a certain way. Like, oh, they stand up straight and they're wearing all their cosplay, even though it's not even their culture, especially when it's not their culture. Trying to look like some like Desi Imam or something. They're not even from there, and they're just like, brothers, listen to me. Mashallah, subhanallah. And I'm just like, bro, you're not playing anyone. Oh, Spain. I would love to go. Have I ever cried reading a book? Yeah, sure. A few times. Why not? I've cried watching certain movies too. I don't care. Like, I recently rewatched Interstellar. That's like my favorite movie of all time. I cried during that time. I cry worse now during Interstellar than I did before because now I have a daughter, and that movie's like a dad-daughter movie, and it's like, yeah. So I'm not ashamed to say that. I don't care. Um, so that whole scene, like where he's watching his family grow up right before his very eyes, because he missed 23 years of their life, 23 years of their life, like that hits. It's really hard. The ex-Muslims don't even exist anymore. Their scene doesn't even exist anymore. The books that made me cry the most was probably Remains of the Day, but I already recommended that book to you guys a long time ago. Yeah, B for Vendetta. Yep, I've seen it. It's pretty good. Is it better to avoid gaming? Depends on the type of games. I mean, you can kind of see what's bad or not. But like, if you're gonna play Zelda or Mario, I don't think there's a problem with that. Red pill is on the rise. I thought it was dying. The reason red pill will die is because these men will eventually be lonely. Because no woman takes any of this stuff seriously. The only women who take red pill seriously are one of two types, as far as I can tell. They're either really trashy, like OnlyFans type girls who are already too naive to comprehend the world around them, and now they're realizing their life sucks, so they need another extreme. Or they're like a bunch of very conservative women who already have those values, right? But normal women, educated women, decent women aren't attracted to that stuff. They're just not. They're not looking for a red pill guy. They're looking for a normal guy who will respect them. Like, I did finish Metroid Dread and it was amazing. Yes, and that is a special edition. Like, no woman is going out there going, "Are you red pill?" As a positive thing. They're not like, "Oh, I just want to make sure my men are red pill," and talk amongst themselves. "Oh, he has to be a red pill guy. Then I won't. If he's blue pill, then I won't marry him." It's like they don't talk like that. They don't care. If they see a guy talking like that or watching that stuff, they'll probably be turned off by it. Most people, most women. I mean, these guys who are attracted to stuff, they have no idea. They're going to be so disappointed when they try to find somebody. And it's funny because all like the high, like what is it? What's it called? What's the thing? The high status men aren't even red pilled. The most high status men in the world have nothing to do with that movement. They're all a bunch of like geeks, all high value guys, all the high value men, according to them. Like they own Microsoft and Apple. They're not walking around smoking cigars, making videos on Twitter, hanging out with women at pools. You know what I mean? Like they're not doing that stuff. They're controlling governments. You know what I mean? And like putting chips in people's brains. Like, come on, bro. Like you have no who falls for this nonsense. Like if I work out at the gym and go on the grind, I'll be a high status male. It's like, no, actually, if you develop good software and technology and you sit in your office all day, you'll probably be much closer to that. So, so. I'm just being honest. I'm not saying you shouldn't work out and stuff. I'm just saying like that reality that they express it's ridiculously stupid. It has nothing to do with what's actually going on. The people who control everything are not red pill. They're all the blue people, all the blue pill people that they complain about. And if the blue pill people are controlling you, then what's red pill going to do to help? I'm just being honest. Just saying it like it is. It's like, guys, bruh, go to the gym, make lots of money off crypto. And then what? You're going to be like Bill Gates? No, you'll probably work for him. Where's your Bugatti, bruv? I don't have one because I don't have time. I'm too busy controlling the world. Why do I need a Bugatti? I own the Bugatti company. That's like these rich guys like walking out with just like normal t-shirts and sneakers. You think they need Bugattis? That's what I'm saying. Like, be honest, think about it. Like a lot of these rich people, these really powerful people, they don't wear like fancy clothes and stuff. You notice that? They don't do all this stuff because they're too busy controlling things. They don't have time to indulge in nonsense. Like, of course they have pleasures, but they don't, and they're not gonna like show people because they're not stupid. Like, you know what I mean? Like, why? Like if they have private jets, they're not gonna be like, here's my private jet. You know what I mean? Like they don't care. Like yeah, they're also rich because of that and other stuff they do. But my point that I'm saying is that the way they display themselves, the way that they behave, everything that they do to get where they are has nothing to do with the red pill. Red pill is a stupid poor man's version of what a successful man is. I'm sorry, I'm just being frank. It is a superficial take. It is a what's the word? It's like it's a movie version of what it means to be successful. It's not the reality. Like I remember one time I made fun of Tate about this because he was like, oh, people telling me to watch Star Wars. Well, I'm not going to watch Star Wars because, something like, oh, I won't watch, you watch your Star Wars. I'm going to, go become rich or something. And it's like, the reason you watch Star Wars is that's the reason you're not as rich as me. And I'm just like thinking to myself, you do realize the guy who made Star Wars is richer than you and he's not physically or like, I'm just saying. How am I with debates? I would kill it in debates, but I'm done. I every time that I try to get a debate in the past, nobody wanted to debate me. Robert Spencer ran away. David Wood ran away. I'm not joking. I'm not just saying this. I'm not saying this to boost myself up. I'm just saying this is what happened. I was so annoyed. I could never get a debate, and I didn't want to debate like some random idiot, like like Apostate Prophet or something. I didn't want to like debate some random person on YouTube because I thought it was stupid. Or like Abdullah Samir or whatever. I didn't want to debate them. I wanted to debate somebody who actually had like significance. So I would wait for those people, and they would always just reject me. And so then eventually I just gave up. I was like, whatever. I'm not going to debate anymore. And now I just don't care. So. What's a good state? Oh, in the United States, Chicago, Illinois, New York. I've done debates like, I had like, I guess my only official debate was more like a discussion with Vidu. Oh, I also did like the secular jihadists. I did a debate with them, I guess. They never called me back because I was really good. I'm being frank. I'm very good at debate. I know I'm good at debate because like I don't get emotional. I just sit there and I'm just like, no, yes, no, you're wrong. Here's why. Okay. And I just sit there. Like I have this style. The other thing I hate about these recent debates too, that I noticed is like people always interrupting each other. I'm like, that's pathetic. Like for me, I'll just sit there and like listen to you for like, if you want to rant for 30 minutes, I'll just listen. I'll just sit there and I'll just be recording things in my head and then I'll just respond after that. So that's my style. I guess it's boring, but I don't follow this whole thing. You have to interrupt people constantly. I don't do that. I don't think that's appropriate because it doesn't actually teach anything to anyone who's actually listening. Because then you're getting all this jumbled back and forth, right? I have no debates under my resume. Nobody wants me. It's okay. I'm fine. I feel rejected, but it's okay. I don't mind. I'm okay. Because you know what's going to happen is like if I go, even if I get invited to debate, they're probably going to like do some personal stuff because you know that's how they are, and I'm just not interested in that either. Like, bro, I would actually debate Matt Dillahunty. I actually did debate Matt Dillahunty online, so it's not official, but I did debate him one time. Yeah, his arguments are trash, but he wasn't like cruel or anything. But he was trash. What's my favorite food? Cheeseburger. I'm gonna be frank. That's what it is now. It could change in the next few months. I don't know. I know it's boring, right? You wanted something fancy? Not that fancy. Favorite car? I got a new car. So it's my favorite car now. But I got a new car. Yep. It's not a Bugatti, but I got a new car. Where is it? And I do like it a lot. So I wouldn't say it's my because I'm not like a car guy, but I would say it's a worthy vehicle. So it's a Cadillac CTS. There it is. It's hard to see with the light. Can you see it? Okay. Boom. There it is. It's hard to see. Yeah, because the lights bother. There it is. Is that better? So beautiful, right? Okay. Anyways, I like stuff like that. So it's not like super fast. It's a 6-cylinder, but it's comfortable. So I'm happy. I don't care. So not trying to brag. I'm just telling you I like it. I wouldn't. I got it for a steal, so I was like, I didn't literally steal it, but I got it for a steal. That's why I bought it. I didn't buy it because I was like, I want that car. I was just like, oh, that looks nice, and I like the paint. That's literally what I saw, and then I was like, how much is it? And they told me, and I was like, okay, I'll buy it. That was it. Who would win in a race, me or Tate? I don't know, because I'd probably show up at the race like 30 minutes late, eating something, and I'd be like, so you're gonna go? And then I'd just probably wait there. He'd probably win because I wouldn't race. I'd just be like, yeah, I don't want to waste the gas. Yes, I do Taekwondo. Toyota Yaris has a really good gas mileage, actually. My wife has it. I am wasting time now. Almost an hour mark. Thank you. I appreciate you telling me. This is my break. My daughter is sleeping, so I have time to like do nothing. Right? Have I starting a business? No, not really. Is humanity synonymous with Muslimanity? I can't even say that properly. So I don't know. Humanity is humanity. Muslimanity. I don't know what that really means. Are you referring to as Muslims? My daughter is 2.5. I am not an Ashari. I read more than actually even in the car because I go through like when I commute and I'm in traffic. I don't listen. I know it's stupid, but like I'll have the book like here on the wheel. So and then when of course when the car starts moving, I have to obviously put the book down. But that's what I do. I don't know. I can't. The audio thing doesn't. It bothers me. Aw, congratulations, Swati. It's beautiful. 2.5. They're really cute. Just running around saying random words. Um, do I respond? I haven't been on Discord in like a bajillion years. I'm sorry. I don't know Mansour Halaj. At least I don't remember if I know that person. Oh, well, I haven't been to Turkestan. I mean, I open my Discord, but I don't go in there. You know what I mean? Like I have it on my phone and stuff, and sometimes I'll get alerts, but I don't actually like step in and go, "Hey, uh, I will not speak ill of any of those people. I will say that I am disappointed. Again, I'm going to be very frank. Just to get, I know you already know all of you know this, but I am not the most practicing person. I'm not going to say that I'm the best Muslim at all. Okay, we already know that. But there is one thing, there is one ethic that I will not compromise on ever, and that includes who I associate with. If those people compromise on that ethic, I refuse to associate with them. Um, and that has to do with integrity, meaning like, so honesty, yes. If it comes down to like, if you are slandering or libeling people, I will not associate with you. And if you associate with people like that and you have this whole thing like, well, we take the good and the bad, I'm like, no, I'm sorry. Nope. Bye bye. That is my policy. And people always, and there are a lot of people, like a lot of Muslim brothers online who get really upset at me about it. They're like, oh, you're getting emotional, and you're like, uh, you're getting emotional and you're being petty. And I'm like, no, I just, that is my limit. Um, that's my limit. It's not that I would say that you're a dishonest person because of that, but I will say that I can't trust you, because I can sit with like a deviant person, I'm gonna be honest, and they may be mistaken because of their own rationality. Maybe they don't have the right um, method. Maybe they're incorrect, right? I can sit with a disbeliever, a Christian, Jew, whatever, and I can have commonalities with that person and I can respect them. But if they lie, I don't care if you're Muslim or not. I'm not going to respect you. I'm sorry. People get mad at me about this. So, well, you need to be more respectful towards the Muslim. I'm like, no, because to me, the Muslim should know better. And secondly, I should be able to trust my Muslim brothers and sisters. If I can't trust them, then I can't be near them. I'm sorry. I do not associate. I will literally cut off from you. I've unfriended good friends after years on Facebook for sharing things that I thought were lacking in integrity. And I have warned them, if I say to them, hey, this is wrong and this is the reason why, and this person is a liar or something, and they just don't agree with me, I'll just be like, oh, I'm sorry, okay, bye-bye. I won't go further than that. I'll just be like, bye. I watched clips of it, yeah, because people sent them to me. There is a point where like the good outweighs the bad comes into question when the bad that is being committed is regretted, right? And it's a past thing or something like that. But if the person is continuing to do something that is undermining the very religion itself, because there are personal sins that of course are offensive against God, but if you lack integrity, it's not just an offense against God, it's offense against the religion. It's offense against knowledge. It's an offense against everything that we stand for, because the entire religion is, for lack of better words, is founded on integrity. The Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, one of the main reasons that I was attracted to Islam is because of his integrity and because of his honesty. And everyone believed him because of that. It wasn't because of the miracles, it was because of his integrity. That was the primary reason. So if you violate that, to me, that's the worst thing. It's not, I'm not going to say and say what's the worst sin in Islam, because that's not correct. But I will say that for me is where I draw the line. I'm like, I'm sorry. I don't care how long I've known you. If this is what you're going to do, we're done. I'd rather be alone or not hang out with anyone than deal with somebody like you. I'm just being frank. That's just me. And people can call me emotional all day long, but I am not going to deal with people like that because I can't trust them. I would rather you be like a rude person that tells the truth than a liar. No, it's not even consequentialist ethics, Mukit. It's more like Machiavellianism. I called out somebody recently for that. I was like, you are only doing this, you have Machiavelli ethics. It's like you just want power, you just want to win, you don't care. That's the problem. No, that's another thing is that's why I'm so upset with the community. I am so upset with the Daoist scene. I'm so upset with the other Muslims is because they don't hold the same standards. I'm just being frank. They don't. I'm not saying you guys here, and girls here, I'm just saying like across the board, and I just keep finding people who just they scoff at the idea. They just shrug their shoulders. Ah, they lied a few times. It's okay. It's like, no, that's not okay. uh, if I'm wrong and they're right, then I guess I have to, Allah will hold me to account. But I am not gonna play this game where like, oh, I could be wrong, and let's just be kumbaya, because then I'm actually normalizing that behavior, and I am not being true to myself. And again, you can disagree with me, but that is my standard. If you violate it, I don't care who you are, Muslim or non-Muslim, you are no longer in my associations. That's it. Those are all switch games, yes. What is my view on myself? Uh, uh, I'm an imperfect person, and I'm okay with that. But I try my best. And I know for a fact that even with all the sins that I've ever accumulated in my life, one of them has never been revolving around slandering and libeling people. Um, I know that for a fact. I just don't feel the need to do that. If I don't like somebody, I'm just going to come out and say what I don't like about them. And if I want to refute an opponent, let me put it this way. Some of you don't remember, maybe may not remember, but when I was actually doing a lot of stuff online, I haven't played Tears of the Kingdom yet, which is stupid. I need to, um, but I don't know if you noticed, but like when I was going against the Masked Arab and Apostate Prophet and all these other people, if you didn't see my videos, I would always be like, I would always steel man the heck out of them. Like, even when I knew their argument was really stupid, like, I would do my best to make it look better than it was. And if I made a wrong assumption or if I ever made an accusation against somebody, I would apologize to that person, even if they were not a Muslim. And I got a lot of flack for that, by the way, especially when it came to the apostate prophet. Um, I I remember that too when I actually made a public apology. I had a lot of Muslims calling me a monafik because I publicly apologized for an incorrect assumption. Even if it was correct, I still tried to like I was trying to be amicable in the sense that okay, it could possibly be the other thing, so I didn't want to make the mistake of making the wrong statement. And so I actually apologized in public to this person. Even though I think he's detestable, I still did it because that's what honor and dignity and things, that's what demanded of me. I'm not saying this to pump myself up. I'm saying that that's how strict I am. And I don't care if you're Muslim or non-Muslim. To me, principles are principles regardless of your identity. Okay. So, and because I did that, a lot of Muslims came out and said, oh, you're a monafik or you're a traitor or oh, you're because you're being nice to them. But it's like, no, it's not being about being nice. It's like, I'm not doing it because um, I like that person personally. I'm just doing it because that's my principles. But no, I didn't apologize because of that person. I apologize because I was wrong. And I'm not going to justify my own wrongness just because I don't like somebody. Does that make sense? Like that violates everything I stand for. Right. So that's the point I'm trying to make. It's the same way when we're talking to non-Muslims or like I don't look at them like that. I say, okay, well, If you're not being a douchebag, I'm going to treat you nice. And if you're going to be a douchebag, I'm going to treat you badly. That's my philosophy. And if you don't like it, I don't care if you're Muslim or not. If you're going to behave a certain way, I mean, you're going to get a response. Okay. So give my young 19-year-old self some life advice to not forget. Okay, sure. But you'll probably forget it. Here's some life advice. You don't know anything right now. Who you think you are is not who you are. And that'll continue to change for a very long time. And as long as you welcome it and you adapt to it, it will never depress you and it'll never shock you. Being happy is not about pleasure, it's about being content because you know how to deal with the obstacles and the disappointments ahead of you. That's what I would say. Being true to yourself is not about being true to the negative passions within your body. Being true to yourself is being authentic to all the neutral or positive qualities that make you who you are and not allowing other people to control who that person is. So that's what I would say. Oh, if I play, like I said, because if I play Tears, like I want to play Tears of the Kingdom so bad, but I can't because I know if I do, I won't be able to play anything else for a year because I know that game is like 200 something hours long. Okay, that's the reason why. You are not authentically a bad person. We are authentically paradoxes. You want to know that? That's the truth. Here's the thing. No human being is perfectly consistent with themselves. No human being is perfectly moral. No human being on this planet is perfectly anything. Being authentic is also accepting the fact that you have some bad sides too and controlling that obviously to some extent, but not beating yourself up about it. It's okay to have temptations. I'll be frank. It's not okay to obviously manifest certain things, but it's okay to have negative thoughts sometimes. It's okay sometimes to feel a certain way. It's okay to sometimes want certain things, right? It's okay sometimes to feel anger and sadness and depression and want to lash out at people. It's only through recognizing that and acknowledging it and accepting it as part of who you are that you're going to be able to control it properly and even just be able to control the flow of your energy. Does that make sense? Being human, the problem is that I think because we rely so much on other people's expectations of what we're supposed to be that we're uncomfortable with being who we really are. Yes, I did. Sorry. What's my daily routine like? I get up to pray, then I go to work. I leave for work about 7 a.m., give or take. I stop off at Starbucks. I get a caramel macchiato grande, hot. Um, then I go into the office and I do my work. I take about an hour lunch. Then I come back. I do the rest of my work. I close my shift, whatever you want to call it. I come home, do some chores, take care of my daughter, eat, play video games for about an hour or two, then I go to sleep. I sleep about 6 hours a day. And I do attempt to work out when I can when I come home. So I do about 30 to 45-minute workout, and that's it. Yep, I have an hour lunch because I'm in academia and I can do that. So I sleep around 11 and 12 or 12 a.m. So I get about 6 hours of sleep a day. It is not ideal, but I'm used to it, so it's fine. I am a librarian by profession. I am an academic librarian, so it's okay for me. I drink a lot of coffee. I drink about 2 to 3 cups of coffee a day, which probably isn't healthy, but I'm okay. I'll live. I do sleep more on the weekends, obviously. I also play more video games on the weekends. So. What does being a librarian entail? Depends on the type of librarian you are. So I'm an academic librarian, so most of my work revolves around helping students research, write papers, do scientific research sometimes, doing reference questions. I also give workshops and instruction sessions on information literacy. Like recently, I did also a workshop on how to write a paper last minute, which is like a 30 to 45-minute workshop where I actually give a methodology behind actually having to write a paper the day before. Stuff like that. So alhamdulillah. Well, any thoughts on what? I'm getting a lot of messages, so I don't know. Any thoughts on what? What is your workout plan like? I do a lot of calisthenics, so I don't really do a lot of weightlifting. I do have weights, but I don't. I only use them for toning. Um, so I usually, because I used to like, well, so like I'll do martial arts. So for example, I'll practice on that, or I will do what I used to do back in the day. So I still break dance from time to time. That's usually my workout, either break dance or martial arts. That gives like a full body workout. So stuff like that. Advice on procrastination: it's okay to be a procrastinator as long as you know what you're doing. If you don't know what you're doing, then that's a bad idea. So I drink coffee a lot, 3 cups a day usually, 2 to 3 cups. So mass immigration, I don't care. It's not my problem. So I'm not Hanafi, I'm Maliki. I live in Georgia. No students recognize me, thank God. No, I have not read that. I don't really read comics too much, although I do manage a comic book collection at the library. I think there are aliens, yes. I'm cool with that. No, I'm not coming back to YouTube. How many pull-ups can I do? I don't remember. It's been a while since I've done them. Uh, yes, I've read it. Favorite weather pattern, fall season, right? We're talking about seasons, I guess, or are you talking weather pattern? I don't really know what that is. Atlanta's okay, whatever. I'm not tired. I'm just whatever. I'm trying to gain knowledge, answering questions to atheists. My videos are all out there. Actually, you can find them. They're all like archived. Is breakdancing permissible? There's nothing haram about it. I mean, as long as I'm not like showing off at people and stuff, I just do it in my own little like. So like, there's a park where I go that has like this. It's really hard to explain. It's like this. So there's a lake, and then there's like the actual park area, and then in between there's next to the lake, there's like this very long stretch of stairs and like flat area that's all concrete. And most people don't ever go in that area. There's like graffiti everywhere and stuff, which is ideal. And that's where I dance. But yeah. It's my closet. I just put a staff only sign there because I thought it was clever. I don't know. It just felt like putting it there. This is my personal office. This is my home office. This is my man cave, as it were. Walaikum salam wa rahmatullah. I have played parts of Witcher 3. I never actually got into it, to be honest. I just didn't like it. I don't know why. This man cave took a long time to make. So I'm not going to probably redo it anytime soon. Uh, I don't know. Any tips on strengthening one's dean? Don't get involved in speculative issues that you have no knowledge of or have no background knowledge of. Do not look into things that are none of your business. And I'm not talking about intellectually, I'm talking about also drama related stuff. You can have an opinion on stuff, but don't obsess over like what other people are doing. Um, don't hang out with the wrong people. Well, I can some, and what else? Strengthening your dean. Try to gain beneficial knowledge in terms of what is beneficial to you personally. Like what do you need to learn for you to do the things that you need to do. Don't go into like advanced fic topics that have nothing to do with your practice of things. Just don't. There's no point. Uh, how the how the turntables how the turntables have I don't know if you know that joke, but that's from The Office. What other traits would you consider the bottom line? Uh, like that would really bother me. I don't know, being like a mass murdering psychopath, that would probably be up there. Right. Look, it's mostly has to do mostly with like, yeah, mostly integrity issues. Um, I would also say somebody who is unrepentant of anything that they have done. So like somebody who's like proud of the stuff or like they just don't feel like they need to repent for stuff. It's like that. That's somebody that I'm turned off by very quickly. A lot of very arrogant people. Be arrogant is not necessarily how you talk or how you respond. It's like it's how you behave in general. It's how you see yourself. In the sense of like if you're a type of person who's not willing to like apologize for anything or be open to that or to reconcile with people, I see that as a huge red flag. I don't want to be around somebody like that because I do that all the time, and even when I hate doing it, like if I feel like I'm not, like if I'm so angry, but even then I'll break down. Like if somebody approaches me and says that like they're genuinely sorry or something that they want to reconcile, I'll be the first person to be like, okay, fine, whatever, that fine, we're done, and I won't bring it up again. But if you're the type of person who like doesn't do that, or you're the type of person who like says they forgive you but then keeps bringing it up, I don't like you. Like, because I don't do that. So that would make me mad. Like my best friends are the type of people who are like me in that sense. Like if we hurt each other in some way and then like we forgive each other, we never bring it up again. It's never brought up ever. Like something could have happened like 10 years ago and you'll never hear it from any of my friends' mouths or myself. Um, like and if I reach out to people and I say, hey, let's squash this, or if I give an olive branch and you basically spit on me, that's also a red flag. I actually make like actual coffee. Yes, like actual cappuccino and stuff. No, I don't believe the Earth is flat. Picking a groom, somebody who doesn't annoy me. Number one. Number two, somebody who has integrity. Somebody who seems authentic and honest. Doesn't have to be the most practicing person in the world. Um, I actually, I actually get a red. I'm going to be honest with you. If somebody walked into my house and when my daughter's old enough and they gave the appearance that they were perfect, or they gave the appearance that they were completely practicing, I would be very, very, very skeptical of that person. That would be a red flag for me. I know that sounds weird to some people, but to me, that's like, oh no, I know you're not like this. There's something wrong. Okay, you know what I mean? Like, um, no, I didn't say non-religious. I said somebody who is not playing a character. Like you can tell. Like, brother, I play all my Istakara. I play all my, sorry, not Iskara. I play all my five prayers. I play all the Sunnah prayers. You know, I do this all the time. I'm never like this. I'm never like that. I'm never angry. I'm just like, bro, yeah, you're not the prophet. So you need to sit down. Okay. Nope. I'll be there in a minute. Like, because sometimes you meet those people, like they want to impress so badly that they're just like lying out their teeth. And it's like, yeah, okay, I know that's not happening. Like I never watch a movie. I don't listen to anything. You know, I don't. I'm like, yeah, let me see your socials. We'll figure that out. Okay. Oh yeah, and I gotta see the guy's socials. I gotta see the guy's socials. If I see anything on there about like women are stupid or women are inferior and dumb or something, you know, like that's it. You're done. You're out of my house because I know that's how you're gonna talk to my daughter. If I see someone like women age like milk, I'm sorry, to be frank with you, you're out. I don't want to see anything disrespecting any sister. I don't care how much you feel. Keep it to yourself. You know, don't say stupid things like that. No, I mean I can tell. It's pretty easy to tell. Like you can tell when somebody's being a poser if you're really looking. Um, how do I feel about the podcast? I don't think it was beneficial, if that means anything. But I love to age milk. That's kind of weird. Then I would definitely reject you because that's disgusting. So why? I'm mostly talking about cheese. Like, what do you? Do I like turbans? I don't look good in them, so no. In general, I guess. Okay. I don't know. Why did you tell her she can't drive? It's up to you. I don't know. It's between you and your sister. I'm not going to judge your family issues. I'm not Malana. If I was a Malana, oh God, I would be a very unfun person, honestly. Ah, yes. You forgot I existed? That's fine. A lot of people do. It's okay. I'm okay. Give me one moment. I'll be right back. Yeah, okay. Where you going? What? Okay, I'm going. I am back. Ugh, bleh. What main reasons? What's going on? Uh, maybe. Amongst themselves after my death, that is a very big question that requires a lot more background knowledge. And we can't discuss that in this very short amount of time, nor would I feel it appropriate to do so. Give them sweets? No, just beat them. Just kidding. No, don't do that either. I actually was not sent many of those arguments. I guess he did well. I suppose Jake did well. I don't know. I was sent mostly clips from the other side or the other person. So I was like, oh, this is dumb. So I have no brothers or sisters. Have you ever tried dropping the? I can't drop down. This is my accent. I guess Jake did well. Nobody complained about him, so that's fine. Anyways, I have to leave. I'm sorry. I do appreciate you all being here and listening to me rant on random topics. That said, I hope you're all doing well. Inshallah, you will all have a very good day or evening or wherever you are. Uh, yeah, and I pray that you're all well. That's all. So you guys take care now, and maybe inshallah we'll see each other again soon. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.